All right, new day. Got the FC in the shed now. Got some stuff kind of cleaned up. This side's nice. That side's a bit messy. There's the Ruby. Hello, bubble. Good girl. But, car's in. Now we just go smash it. There's about 20 things I've got to do. So how I'm thinking I want to do it is I'm going to start in the middle and work my way out, which means putting in the roll cage, and then we're going to work on the buckets which are up there, which are, once I unlock it, it's locked. I'll unlock it, whatever. So the buckets that go across the floor, make the floor kind of flat, rear seat, delete typey thing. So that's what I want to start with, because we've got to modify them, cut them, and then I can connect my battery back up properly, which has been really annoying. So that's kind of the most important thing right now, I reckon. Get the battery all hooked up, get the bins in, and that starts with the roll cage. So I'm going to get the roll cage out and put it in by myself, which will be fun. So go grab it, bring it in, start fitting it up. All right, here's my cage. AGI bolt in. I don't know if that's really an accurate term. I'd probably more call it a bolt out, because you can remove it with bolts, but you can't install it with bolts. So be careful when you're buying shit like this. You need to weld in the feet. So they have a base plate that gets welded on, and then the feet bolt to that. That's done now. But because I'm a dummy, I bought this thing years and years ago. So one, it's not even the right cage anymore, because all these triangles and shit need to be gusseted. I could get this modified and switched up a bit, which would be all right. Could maybe even get these welded together. You don't actually need that in two pieces to install it, so could probably just do that, be a bit easier, just have it as a single piece. I think it's more for transport. I've got the flat roll bar style, 2-piece, single bar. Yeah, kind of a simple one. I kind of went for the least. The least I think I'd need for like club and track days, and just to have a cage in the car. Start doing like hill climbs or drift days or anything. So just kind of a simple half cage. Still being a street car, I didn't want to go like double X or anything. So like double cross brace where you have another one going that way. So just kept it simple, and we can always modify it from there if we have to. So that's fine, because it's metal, it can be modified. But because I'm a dummy and I had it sitting around for ages, I had tape all over the top of this main hoop when I was test fitting it like years ago, and that all turned to shit, obviously being in storage. I had to peel all that off, finally got around to doing that. It's all deteriorated. So it's peeling it off, it's leaving a lot of residue. And as it turns out in life, things that work tend to work. So heat gun, which we use all the time at work for removing vinyl and stickers and all kinds of shit. Pretty much anything adhesive backed, anything adhesive, use heat and it'll come off much easier. Got this little AGI sticker off. Usually I'd leave something like that on, but at this point, people like that aren't helping me. So I don't need to help them with free advertising, do I? So just get your local cage guy to build you a cage, which I tried to do, but yeah, everyone was so busy at the time, it was hard. And this should have just bolted straight in, so. But no, it's a pretty nice cage. It fits in pretty good. We'll have a look at that in a bit. But this is also specific to a FC with no headliner, because I don't run a headliner in here. You can't see shit. I don't run a headliner for head clearance because I'm pretty tall and seat's a bit high. Probably get a bucket eventually, obviously, and especially for track use, but that's cool. We got that. I'm gonna chuck it in, then we'll have another look. I ended up putting this sticker back on. So I pulled that one off and it had mad residue under it. So I thought maybe I'll leave the little one. So I stuck it back onto the glue. It was my first day working in here. I was in here yesterday doing a couple little things, but not really, on the crawler. And my garage door's broken. What the fuck? You're kidding me. It's just my luck. Alright, just got some, what do we got? Aloe vera or some shit? Eucalyptus oil. Stuff your mum usually has. It's great for sticker removal. What else do you do with it? Get the sticky shit off. floors, laundry, antiseptic, cold and flu. I can breathe real well, I'll tell you that. Yeah, so got that going on. That's helped me get all the shit off. And I'm just rubbing it with a rag. Yeah, it's coming off all right. So that's before. Quite a bit of residue, if you can see that. And then over this side, much better. Still a few little spots and stuff, but you know, way better. You'd hardly notice any of that shit. Much better. A bit of work to get it all off, but you gotta do that. It's a bit cold in here too. Jinkies. This is a very dirty pole. It's gonna need a lot of polishing. If you know, you know. And that's how you install a roll cage by yourself. Fortunately for me, these doors are fucking ginormous. Probably the biggest door I've ever seen on a car. Definitely need some Lambo hinges. If you have any, hit me up. Yeah, luckily huge doors, coupe seats that fold forward, so that makes a lot more space. I literally don't have to take anything out, so that's really handy for me. Like I will later on, when I do the tubs and stuff, I'll have to start taking them in and out if I want to do the cage, but currently don't have to take any seats out, anything. So relatively easy to get it in and out. The hardest part is obviously getting it in, but there's the wiring loom over there. That does get in the way of those two brackets. Kind of annoying, you have to get in there and hold it up and slide it under, but yeah. Not too bad, you can see it there, up there. So, strangely, this cage mounts to the tubs. Doesn't mount to the suspension or anything, so still running the brace for now. Don't know if that'd make any difference, but it looks cool. So, we got that. And then, you know, nice little segmented boot space for when you're like, you know, putting your bags in there or whatever. It actually has come in handy for shops before, so it's probably Kurt. Has come in handy for shops before for packaging in stuff like boxes and that, and then actually even strapped to this bar. But that's cool. It's looking good. All that's ready to go. Got to bolt it in. Look at this dirty birdie that showed up.
Hello, it's me.
I can't remember. Have you done the... Right, camera died. So I think you have been on my channel before, haven't you?
I don't know, I've only been
I think you have.
Maybe John's? I don't know.
But I've been on, you filmed me. I don't think I've been on your channel.
Oh yeah, I actually got I need to...
Oh, there's a front wheel on.
Yeah, I gotta send you the clip of the, you being me with my dad. I'll send it to you so you can insert it here.
There's one rule, there's a few rules, but the main rule is if you want to be on my channel, you have to do a drift pose.
A drift?
So you know when you used to watch old Hot versions?
Yeah. And
they'd do funny dances at the start?
Right.
You gotta do that with your car if you're gonna be on my channel. That's my one rule.
Okay, sure.
And you gotta make it up right now.
What's the, like a
funny dance. You know they do a funny dance? And it's gotta be funny or else you get ejected. Alright, I think the Japanese would accept that.
That's
alright, what do we got going on here? I like this a lot.
Apparently this is super rare. I don't know.
This is swaggin'.
I think it's called a Doov kit, a D-O-O-V. I don't know what it
Not a
stands. Nah, Doov.
Doof would be sick.
I don't know what it means.
Yeah, it's tough as. It actually makes the car look so much better.
I've got some fake spoon wheels.
Yep, of course, as you do when you're a Honda owner.
$1,500 Jazz, first of all.
So you can't spend more. What is it, 50% of the car on wheels?
Well, I mean, the wheels were 50% of the car.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're almost at your max.
Yeah. So,
okay, so we got two more wheels here.
Yeah, they got
with freshies.
Yeah, so we're gonna put those on. But
we're used to dog fur around here, aren't we, mate?
Huh? Hey, I'm talking to you. Oh, bonk.
Yeah, dog shit wheels in the back.
I wouldn't
put that on my car.
We've got a lip kit that needs to be fitted properly.
Yeah.
But we need to get the tow bar off.
But did you say you got a bumper?
I got a, yeah, full fresh bumper. In the
Then
back.
why won't we put the bumper on? Why are we putting a...
Well, because we need to cut the bumper. Because it's got the turbo.
Yeah, but you're saying fix that. We're going to put the bumper on.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah,
why I only
okay.
bolted it on a little bit.
Yeah.
I got side skirts in there.
Are these the tail lights or are these the...
I've got the clear
ones?
tail lights. Oh, I should have brought them. They're super rare. Like, apparently, like people.
Apparently everything on a Jazz is super rare, huh?
Oh, I don't know. They're clear JDM tail lights. OEM though, so they look iced out and Altezzery and kind of crap. But
Okay.
yeah.
And then side skirts.
And then we got side skirts.
And a spoiler.
And a spoiler, yeah. Full VTRS
And we already
gear.
pulled the spoiler out, didn't we?
And no, I put the spoiler back in. But we're like, I am on this car less than $3 grand. So
Is it $3 of fun?
yeah, it's probably the best $3 grand I've ever spent. Like,
Best $3 you've ever spent.
yeah, actually that or my camera, but I reckon this is way more fun.
It's definitely way more fun than a camera. Says the guy holding a camera, I'd know. And that, and those over there, which you've seen.
Yeah, I have. But overall,
Very cool, very swag.
it needs a wash. It needs a bit of work. It needs a TLC.
It definitely needs a wash in the very middle of the roof, like right there.
Yeah, it looks like there was a possum or something.
It looks like someone doesn't know how to wash their car is what it looks
Well,
like.
I didn't wash it yet. But we do have some automotive super cheap
quality.
auto special
Yep,
for the
quality.
wheels.
Yep. Oh, they're going grey.
Well, no, this is primer.
Oh, what colour? We got colour or?
Nah, just gonna do them primer, I reckon. But I don't even know if we'll get time to do it. And then I bought one of these from eBay.
Whoa!
These things are cool.
You ain't talking to my mate too much.
Yeah, so I got and apparently these big ones here will do the side skirts underneath. So
Sick. All right.
the only one thing I need for the side skirts is scrap metal. Just a bit of scrap metal about that long.
Oh, I got aluminium.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, we're not welding it, so.
No, we're cutting it. And putting a hole in it.
Us two aren't the welder guys, are we?
Nah, that's Mikey's job.
Yeah, that's the dick man's job. All right, let's go. Let's
get the roll cage in.
I've been working on the FC. You like my new garage, mate?
So cool. I'm so jealous.
Put a rug in today.
Yeah.
A Nana's old rug.
Like that. So
Fucking
you can
no taste.
Kind of wipe your feet on it, I guess.
Well, I've already kneeled on it, which is way better on my knees when I was scrubbing the whole roll cage because some idiot left masking tape on it for like 4 years.
Yep.
So yeah, it's in.
All we need to do
Fucked around with these.
brackets, apparently.
Yep. I got it all the bolts in, finger tight.
Yeah.
And then we just need to put in, watch out dog. We just need to put in these bad boys underneath.
The brackets.
These are your base plate strengthening things. And they just sit up, you can't see shit, but they just go in there like that.
Right.
And then the bolts go on it. Easy.
All right, let's do that.
2 seconds.
I'll do this for that.
Goodbye, I'm not gonna film this, get fucked. All right, Kurt and I have just bolted the cage in. Little bit fiddly, but looking good. Nice and tight. So I've got that in. There's brackets down there, that's all cool. Hopefully the wheel doesn't hit it. Yeah, pretty nice and tight and all that. Pretty cool, man. I'll show you the feet. So these are the feet you need to get welded in for a bolt-in cage. So that's your bottom, is a flat plate of the roll cage, and then you need to get these flat feet put in. And they need to be welded all up on both sides. The back just goes in the tub. So, that's one thing done. Happy with that. Took 5 times as long as I'd have hoped. Next job will be under here. So there's 2 jobs here. One hopefully easier this time. It's a few RX-7 model cars from in my childhood. Here we go, here's my bins. So it's one job. I want to fit these and eventually make a lid for them. There's something I picked up for like 20 bucks because they're broken, but love them. And they just go from here up a little bit, then angled, and then flat floor kind of. Like they come up a little bit, but if you had a full boot, they'd probably be flat. And then it comes across, so it's all nice and clean, which is cool. So we'll get them in as well. And then, another job, I bought these bad boys. Oh, so I got these for the cage because it is quite close to the head, and they were super cheap. So I got pink one because I kind of like pink. I think that'd be cool with the green. And then I also found a green one, so $4. I think the green one was from Woolworths and the pink one was from Kmart or something maybe, but real cheap. Don't pay more than like 4 or $5 for them. Some people charge you like $10 for the exact same noodle, if not more. What I'm gonna do is slice them down here. They got holes in them, both of them. You can also get them at Bunnings and have like funky patterns in them sometimes. And then that'll just go in there, up on there. Hopefully it'll fit all right, maybe one on there. And that should be sweet. And then maybe even, yeah, long ear too. But we'll get onto that one in a bit. We're gonna do some jizz stuff. All right, I'm currently getting started on the boxes. So you can kind of see how that goes there. Have a look. Goes like that. Covers the back seat where that would be. This is registered as a 2-seater. It is a 2-seater, so all good with that. Don't have any worries about not having seats back there. This one's pretty close. So you can see it almost bolts up at the back. It's kind of bolts up like there. So there's a little bit of space around the sides. Let me get rid of this thing. There we go. So there's a little bit of space around the sides for carpet and stuff, but that's how it is. And that goes there. We just need a little bit of clearance at the front to go around the big old donk thing here. This one's pretty easy. Then the other side's gonna be a bit more difficult because of where this pipe goes down. So I actually swapped and came to this side to start this one. What do you reckon, mate? Pretty flash.
Looks good, mate. Looks good.
Good for a Honda.
Yeah, good for a Honda Jazz.
Or good for a Honda Jazz in general. Good for a Honda in general.
I am like what, $3 deep in this thing? For $3, like, you can't complain, hey?
I can't believe how fat the front bar is.
That was the most expensive thing on the car. I think it was more expensive. I think it was about the same price as the car. just a bit less than the car, the front bar itself. The rest of it was cheap.
The front bar's the best bit.
So I got DGR coilovers with it. Rear sway bar. The whole body kit. The head unit. The exhaust for $750. The car itself is $1,500. Front bar was like, I don't know, $800 I think.
Yeah.
Maybe $100, something like that. And the paint was $1,000. So what's that? Like just over $3,000? Pretty good.
Yeah, clean under your wiper, bro. Oh, looks pretty good.
Should have brought
that. Oh, that's enough, Jazz.
Yeah.
Alright, another weekend. Got a week until Sevens Day, so need to start pumping on this thing. Got a shitload to do. Yeah, just heaps to do. Just got to start doing it. There's like 100 things to do. Got this yesterday, which was Friday. Off a mate, for free. Yeah, nice little couchy couch. It's really coming together. Looking nice. Nice little place to hang out. That's kind of what I wanted to do with this space. Sorry for the squeaky shoes. But wanted somewhere good to hang out. Wanted somewhere to sit down. So you've seen in my videos, I always got to sit down and check books and stuff. And I like to be comfortable when I sit down. So, got a nice couch in here. It's a bit bigger than I was expecting. Happy with it. And then dog will love it. And then I also bought these. So, I'm gonna open these up and assemble them. And I'll show you what they are. I'm pretty excited about them as well. Yeah, the shop's really coming together. Been spending a bit of money on it, but it's gonna make my life a lot easier over the next year or so. Alright, so I got these little rolly boys. Ended up buying 8 of those. So I've got 2 full sets. Seem like they're doing the job. A bit harder to move around than I hoped, but it moves, so it's pretty good. I'm not sure about the quality of these wheels, if they even have bearings in the wheels. They definitely have bearings on the top, but no clue what's going on in there. I've used these before. You can obviously only use those under the rear wheels because of the brakes. Front wheels just roll off, so yeah, got that on there. Now we can move the car around a bit easier, especially it gives a bit more height to work on. Got a light set up in here, so that's cool. Happy with that. You can see on my little workbench now. Whew, that took a while. Bins are in. and very snazzy. Very snazzy indeed. So, this side's pretty easy. I just made a straight cut. As you can see, oh, pretty straight. A little bit of a kink there, but it already has like these bends, and then it was all skinny there, then it would come out here, all wonky like. So I just cut a piece off pretty much straight. Slowly, of course, a little bit by bit, but got there. And then this side was much more difficult because of the crossbar. This guy had to cut out a heap more. Similar to the other side, where I just did a straight cut down there to start with. So I already knew that was going to be pretty much it. A little bit cut out there for the power. And then, yeah, just diagonal up there. So I just slowly did bit by bit. Cool. Happy with that. Looks a bit neater, much nicer. I need to make lids one day, but we'll get there. Next couple things I want to tackle are around that area. It's kind of like a step by step. I got to do like the frames to do the next thing, to do the next thing. Had to start off with the frames so that I can reconnect the battery properly. Battery's back there. And then I'm also going to do some foam on the roll cage, as I believe that's part of the big road standards. You need to have foam anywhere your head could contact it. So I'm going to start off by cutting it down the center. Going to cut across to the hole so that I can lay it up over the bars. Alright, I thought that would take longer, so I time lapsed it, but you can pretty much get through with one pass. Just using a shitty hacksaw blade. And then I've got this little super cheap auto tool, which I got in my little box like years and years ago, but it's kind of cool because it overhangs the blade, so it comes in handy. But you could just use that. Even just put a bit of tape on it, make a handle. Alright, it's not as good as I hoped for, but should suffice at least to get to Sevens Day and drive around a bit without having to worry about bonking head. Yeah, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen, but it's not the best. I need a bit longer, so I might have to use some of the pink here. But my plan was to cut this angled up so it goes up here. Yeah, it's not too bad though. It's quite hard to work with and the hole isn't really big enough, so it doesn't quite fit around the bar. For a cheap, quick solution, not too bad. Have a look. This seat's not bolted in, so be careful. So hit the chair. Oh, this side's not even too bad. Gonna hit your head on the pillar before you anything else, but lower seats would be preferable as well, but yeah, better than nothing. It might be this bit that my head was getting close to. This seat can't actually go back as far because of the thing. Right, so if you had the seat all the way back, yeah, you could hit there if you went boop, boop, boop. So yeah, that's good. I ended up having an idea that I wanted to try it before, so I finished it. Cut that one in half. Good enough for now, looks all right. Black from the back, probably helps. And then yeah, just cut it in half and then go a little bit extra. Cut a nice angle on the top so that kind of blends in a bit. We can move them around a little bit if needed, but yeah, I think it's all right. Bit thick and a bit ugly, but that's good. A lot cheaper than the real stuff. We'll look into that. But you can hardly even see it from up here, especially with the banner. No, cool. Not bad, I reckon. Another good job well done. All right. Another day, another $1. Still plenty to do. Battery all rehooked up, rerouted some wires and stuff. Tried to make it a bit neater. Looking good. I think I need to reroute that seat belt. So they need to go, I think they need to go through the cage like that, because if they come around, they just rub on here and then you can't really feel it on your shoulder as much as you should. So got to redo the passenger side. I've already done this one. I reckon these have been replaced at some point because they've got an Aussie thing on here and this one's twisted. So I reckon they put this, when they sewed this together, put the bracket in slightly wrong, but nothing we can do about that. Just, it's slightly twisted. It's not that bad. It's just kind of one of those annoying things. Here's one for all you noobs out there. Always vacuum your car when you got the seats out. Look at that. This is what it was like before. Oh, yucky, look at that. Oh, it's disgusting. So a lot of that is shit from getting the cage put in. So a lot of little bits of metal and junk and grass and dirt. 2 of the bolts are already out of the passenger seat, so I thought might as well just take the passenger seat out and vacuum it properly. So we did that. Doing lots of little jobs I haven't been able to do for ages. So one thing, these little cardboard things that go in here, and then like the kicker panel, they've been off because the carpets had to be up so I could get the cage in and all that kind of nonsense. Finally putting them back in. They've been on a shelf. I've been really scared to break them. Not that it probably really matters, just a little bit of MDF. But we've got this whole tub full of little bits and bobs, but none of these are just singular push pins. They're all 2-piece. So I'll try them out. I'm sure they'll work. They're just all plastic clips. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, doing lots of stuff like that. So I've cleaned up in here. It's all looking really nice. I've finally reinstalled my kick panel in here. I don't think I've had that kick panel in there since I got the car, probably. That was out because the ECU's under there. You need to take that out to get to the ECU, and that's just been out since I got the car because I was always waiting for it to get tuned and shit. Ooh. Baby. So use a little box of clips. Mazda! Woohoo! Lovely. Got them back in. Had to find some screws because you never know where the screws are or which ones they are because you took them off 6 years ago. But yeah, managed to find some screws for like matching sets and whatever. Doesn't matter. So interior coming back together. Next thing will probably be, I've got to clean up those bolts and then vacuum some more. But got those panels in, feeling happy about that. I've been sitting on those edges for ages, which is like bare metal and they're so hard on your ass, but it's nice to have them back. Tool recommendation of the day. This bad boy. Get the screen on. This bad boy. So a set of little plier-y things. They just have a double fork that separates. Slow-mo for you. Even though I just installed those clips, I fucking hate them. All these kind of things. Little ding-dongy plastic clips and all that. What this thing's the best for, is when you have this installed on your car. This goes under. That clips in even. And boop, pops them out. Could not recommend these enough. They're great. And then you can get like a full little kit like this with interior stuff, which is really cool. It's even got like little kind of head unity, clicky big bobs. And then even just some manual little forky doodles. So like same deal as this, but manual type that you just lever like crowbar. Yeah, that's just a little GT one, whatever, Autobahn, home brand, but everyone's got them. So I showed this off a few episodes ago. This is my fire extinguisher bracket. And all this does is bridges the gap. It's probably this way. Bridges the gap between the seats. Uses their bolts like that. This is upside down, obviously. And that's it, mounted. So it just goes there like that, onto the carpet. And it's just painted black, nice and neat. And the extinguisher bracket that comes with the extinguisher just goes through those 2 little bolts and gets like flush mounted, and that's it. Done. Nice. I didn't cut the cable ties, but nice. Oh, it's nice to see it all back together. Haven't seen them next to that for a long time. Haven't seen the carpets as clean for a long time. No, very nice. I like it. Very, very swag, my dudes. So got the extinguisher bracket in. See me putting that together. See how that looks once it's in the car. I showed you a bit of that a few weeks ago in a previous episode when I was working on the Corolla, getting it ready for track day. So you'll know how to make that. That's how it looks in the FC. Just goes from one bolt to the other, and then little holes in the middle for the bracket, but easy as. Super easy to make. Chuck the extinguisher in and show you that. Oh, it's cold. It's got fresh in here. It's good for club days and whatever. I don't really know what it's good for, but it says drifting on there and shit. So club level events, I guess. Bam, that's it, baby. Then you can still, oh yeah, extinguisher in. It's currently Monday afternoon. I'm just gonna start smashing stuff. So I'm gonna try to do the filter, and I reckon I'll do the headlights at the same time. Stay in the same area. Just smash these on. You don't need to know how to bolt the filter on. Surely you can work that out. So yeah. Alright, that looks a bit better. Doesn't look like a crackhead now, which is nice. Actually got headlights. Proper filter in, so you can see how that's meant to look. There we go. There's my new intake with the appropriate filter on it. And yeah, so that's just a generic 45 bend out of aluminium. I don't know, 3-inch or some shit, whatever it is. I think it's 3-inch. And then primer welded on the fitting up there for us, which goes to the cold start thingy we do. Kind of set that up so the filter sat in there nicely. Might need some air routed to it, but for now that's cool. We are making progress. Ticked off a heap of things off the list. Seats, roll cage, bloody we cleaned inside. Heaps of shit, I don't even know. Headlights, intake. So now we're gonna do body kit, and when we do that, I'm thinking about maybe different ways to attach the kit, and also whether I raise the front like 5 mil. I think it's a little bit lower than how I want it, and scrubs a little bit. I'll work that out. But for now, looking much better, very happy. Don't you hate it when you forget one stupid little thing? And for me, last year at least, it was this. See that pinkish, peachy colored little tab in there? Yeah, forgot to connect that one, didn't I? So when we wrapped the car a year ago, exactly, because it's 7's day in like 2 days, I forgot to connect that. So the lock on this door hasn't worked properly. You could lock it, but couldn't unlock it with the key and shit. So it was super annoying. Didn't want to take door card off because that's kind of an annoying job, but it's not that bad. Once you know what you're doing, it's not too bad. And I kind of know what I'm doing, but I haven't done it for a year. But yeah, fix that. So that's cool. That's all good now. This is like super funky. That must be factory, right? Or not? I don't even know. Little like Sikaflex on it. Maybe it's not factory. Oh. Interesting. I think it does the job. I don't care. Done a few more things. Fix the door. Vacuumed in here 3 more times. Still got to do spark plugs and oil change. But I think that might be it because I've done something else, which was a big one for me. I've had this thing for years and years. Like maybe bought it within the first year owning this car. Saw these obviously when researching FCs and thought, yeah, that's the one for me. So it's a genuine REMMER carbon fiber GT wing. Had that sitting in my bedroom for like 5 or 6 years, whatever it is. And I finally, so I would have put this on ages ago. Like I wouldn't have put it on with the stock body kit because I don't think GT wings with stock bodies look any good. So I wouldn't have done that. So I wouldn't have gone on for a couple of years at least. So I did the body kit, but kit's been on for at least a year now, obviously with the wrap and all that. So maybe a year and a half. And I would have done it sooner, but with an FC not having a boot, these spoilers go into the body. So that's the main thing that put me off for years, or for, yeah, however long, put me off for ages, was that fact. But it's a steel body, it can be repaired if needed, it can be welded, whatever. You just gotta live your life, man. Go do the things you want to do and be the man. Be your man or woman or other, or whatever you want to be. But just, you gotta do it. Just live your own life. And yeah, so I ruined my car for the next guy, ruined the value, but joke's on him. I know him well. I am him. So joke's on me. I'm pretty stoked. It's gonna look so sick. Can't wait to show you guys what I've done. But it's getting there. I miss this car. I want to drive it. Radiator on the way. That's the big thing. And a tune. Then we're ready to go. That's it. Been so long. We're finally almost ready. All right. Goodbye.